Okay, this one is called If I Moved In With You. One day I would come home to cardboard boxes stacked in pyramids on the curb. My life folded. Like shirts from the laundry inside. A sticky note in teeny bold caps, perfect print. And it would say, I'm sorry it didn't work out. No hard feelings. Best. This one is called In the Toy Box. You keep me just out of sight. No one can see me, buried under matchbox cars and yellow Tonka trucks. But you always know where I am. Your fingers close around me. I'm your favorite. The old tin soldier in the toy box. Once a week you wind me up, let me march in calculated circles while you sit on the floor and watch. I trip and fall on the braided rug, my dignity gone, spent like a dead battery. Yet you laugh and set me upright again. When you're done, you open up the box, stuff me back inside, and I lay in the dark, eyes closed, the beat of a clock ticking, dust gathering, the smell of disuse surrounds me until you pick me up again. It's called For the Love of a Dog and a Woman. Coco trembled. Her thin legs buckled and she sat on the floor looking at you. Sadness I recognized as my own, hopeful eyes waiting for any show of attention like it was a scrap of food. When you left the room, she stood at the spot you had left staring at the door. She wouldn't play with me, wouldn't even take a biscuit. When you left the room, she waited for you and waited and waited, standing at the door while other dogs played, and she cried. At night, she licked my hand, maybe thinking you were me, our smells intermingling between the sheets. I asked, do you still want me? A pause, and then you answered, I'm here, aren't I? As reassuring as a warm South Dakota January day. You know it's temporary, just relieving your spirits to send them crashing again because the snow will fall anyway, covering up your early tulips and killing them, their silky petals falling against the whiteness. You know the tent is just around the corner, so you turn up your collar. You hurry back inside. Like Coco, I too trembled the day you climbed into your car, Coco's face pressed up against the glass, looking back at me, like a reflection you can't quite place. Like a sad dream you can never forget. The silent image from the window, the day you drove away.
It's called Rainy Day. The sun is gone, the sky is gray. I think it's going to rain today. But I would rather have the sun, so full of warmth, so full of fun, than to have this gloomy, soggy day taking all my gladness away. Soon pitter-patter drops of rain go sliding down my window pane, forming into little puddles, turning my good day to muddles. Then almost too small to be seen, on barren ground, a sprig of green. Suddenly it's become quite clear that future days are almost here. Now to me it comes quite plain the reason we must have this rain. To cleanse the air, water the seed, and grow the crops to fill our need. Yet other reasons are at play as we gaze out on this rainy day. As we are forced to stay indoors, we've time to tend to other chores. There's time to nap or read a book, drink herb tea as we take a look at what's important to us these days as we make our way along life's maze. we can cleanse our minds, tend our soul, seek the answers that make us whole. As vital as pulling garden weeds, these are the days that everyone needs. So as I look up at this sky so gray, I'm kind of glad it rained today. It's called 49. It started in your early days. You took the bottle from the shelf. You thought no one could love you because you didn't love yourself. You didn't believe we loved you. That's not what you would think. For every time you thought we might, you had another drink. Though we truly loved you, we couldn't take away the pain. So we stood by and watched you pour your life right down the drain. You wouldn't let us care for you, wouldn't let us make a fuss. You just turned to your bottle, for you loved it more than us. We tried so hard to help you. Truly, we did try. But you resisted us so well, it seemed you'd rather die. I'm standing here looking down at your name upon the stone. And I hope wherever you have gone, that you're not there alone. You wouldn't let us love you. We couldn't cross that line. And because you couldn't love yourself, you're forever 49. This poem is called Walk With Me. He gently slipped his hand in hers, said, "Come walk with me a while. Let me hear that voice of yours. Let me see you smile." He loved the melody in her voice, loved the beauty of her smile. He told her she was his own choice, then said, "Come, walk with me a while." His love for her was deep and dear when they turned to go down the aisle, and he leaned and whispered in her ear, "Come, walk with me a while." When she was sad, when she was blue, when troubles came pile upon pile, he always knew just what to do. He'd say, "Come, walk with me a while." In golden years they would sit and sip tea of chamomile, and when the firefly's light was lit, he'd say, "Come, walk with me a while." When she got sick and very weak, she could still manage a smile when he leaned and kissed her on the cheek and said, "Come walk with me a while." He held her hand and talked of days, and his memories made her smile. When from her sleep she did not raise, he walked the lonely mile. He watched the sunset on that day, and when its beauty did beguile, he heard the melody of her voice say,